Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Novia Putri Callista. In here, I would like to present about dwelling time. So for today's main topic is about what is dwelling time, and then move to the problem or the case that related to dwelling time, and wrap up with how government should take an action to overcome this problem. So first of all, let's talk about the definition of dwelling time. So dwelling time is the total time a container spends in one or more terminal stacks. So it will be finished on 2 until 4 days for maximum. And then move to the problem. So in 2016, the port of Tanjung Priok is the main focus in terms of dwelling time because it is still lasts around 7 days. So when compared with several countries in Asia, dwelling time in Tanjung Priok is still high. So the influence of dwelling time itself, first, dwelling time added uncertainty to the process of export, making it difficult for local industry to sell goods abroad. And then second, import process delays increase domestic business costs and consumer pricing. So this happened because of the limitation of facilities at the port, the difficulties to reach the port access. Also, the problem is caused by the length of time for processing and issuance of import permits for late goods. And then move to the second case. So in 20 October 2016, the problem of dwelling time in Surabaya, especially at the port of Tanjung Perak, is of concern because it reached 6 to 7 days. The dwelling time that occurred at the port of Tanjung Perak is still not optimal because it is constrained by several things that must be considered by officers and implementers at the port. Things that need to be considered in dwelling time at the port of Tanjung Perak are the condition of the temporary storage area, the management of the temporary storage area, and then the behavior of importers. This is also resolved with a progressive stacking tariff policy and then the transfer of containers that have the status of good export approval to the domestic stocking field. This success is also inseparable from the increasing awareness of importers to immediately arrange their goods licensing document. So move to how government should take an action to overcome this problem. So I found 3 steps that the government should do. So the first one is upgrade their facility of infrastructure in ports. Because of the quality of infrastructure is essential for the whole process at the port, by improving infrastructure can make the process run efficiently and smoothly. And then the second one is improvement of goods clearance management. Related to the quality of infrastructure at the port, it can be minimized by processing the permits online to simplify document checking. The physical checking activities can be accelerated to reduce problems at the port that can slow down the dwelling time. Last but not least is open the alternative ports to reduce congestion at ports. So it will reduce congestion in the port. This will also reduce logistic costs for industries in that area. So based on the explanation that I have talked, it can be concluded that dwelling time problems can hinder the performance of international trade, which can affect economic growth in Indonesia, including at the port of Tanjung Perak and also in Tanjung Priok. Government action is also the most important thing for resolving this case, as well as importer awareness. So it's about honesty and high commitment in reporting and importing file equipment. So I think that's all for me. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.